What's good, Ravens fans? Welcome back to the Ravens Space. I'm your boy Jason. Today we're going to talk about Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson. And Michael Vick's going to give us an answer to who's better. Let's do it.
I look at Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson, I think he compares favorably to you, not just because he's a black quarterback, but his ability to throw the football. I think he might be a little better passer than you, especially at this stage of his career. You said that you believe Lamar is a more dynamic runner than you are. I don't know about that, Mike.
Now, I was going to say I might think so. Michael Vick is, I think, better in straight line speed, maybe, but there's no quarterback ever who could break people down like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has running back moves, right? Michael Vick didn't have running back moves. Michael Vick wasn't making defensive backs fall every game. This is what Lamar is doing. So again, we'll see what Michael Vick has to say.
You know, I made a comment when he was in college. It was just one of them days when I'm sitting there watching him, and I'm like, hold on. I played against Florida State in the national championship. I gave him work. But he was just like, he was toying with him. He was playing with him. It looked effortless. It looked easy. And Bob Vitrino was the coach, and I'm like, I just had to say it. And it was almost like I was waiting to see something like this.
And so, just a quick, when he says toying with him, that is what I think that Michael Vick is saying. Michael Vick wasn't toying with people. If you remember Michael Vick, when he was gone now. He was gone. He was running past you. But they weren't. Lamar Jackson, when he runs and he's coming at you full speed, it's hard not only because he's fast, but because he can stop on a dime. That is his greatest ability as a runner, is that he sees everyone happening and he's shaking people. And he's making people fall, people grasping for air. That is his best ability, not necessarily just his straight line speed like Michael.
I never thought I would see somebody who looked like me. Ever again. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, that can't be possible. Like, you know, God working mysterious ways. Somebody gonna come along. So as I'm watching Lamar, I'm really trying to push the envelope for him. Like, he need to play it on the next level. I can't wait to see him on the next level in today's time, in today's offenses. What he would look like now. And he ended up getting drafted to Baltimore. And
Are you surprised that people wanted him to change position, that they wanted him to be a wide receiver?
Before they go into this one, you heard how he said they got drafted to the Baltimore Ravens? What I think he's trying to say is that I wanted to see him with Andy Reid. I wanted to see how special he could have been, where a team was going to make him into a quarterback that could pass for 500, 300, 400 yards and then run again for another 100 yards versus a team like us that will run him for 150 yards but use him mostly to set up other running backs by taking up a linebacker out the way to spy and then throwing passes occasionally. That's why I think he trailed off at the end. Because I don't think Michael Vick will want to play in the offense that we play in, to be honest.
They wanted him to be something other than a quarterback, although the man had won the Heisman Trophy, had a better year his third year than he had the year that he won the Heisman, and people still say, nah, we hadn't seen enough, we want you to try position. But to his mom's credit, he said, nah, I'm a quarterback. She said, my son is a quarterback. And if you don't want to draft him at that position, that's your choice. But he'll only play quarterback.
Absolutely, I did.
Bet on yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Bet on yourself. Be like Lamar. Be like Lamar's mom. Bet on yourself, especially if you know you got the chops, right? When you know, and when you're in college with people, and you're going like, wait a minute, I'm at least the 5th best quarterback in college, right? They're not telling the 6th best quarterback to change, even though he's fast too. Stick to your guns. Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to Lamar's mom.
I did some interviews regarding Lamar leading up to the draft. And I told a reporter who said it to me, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. I can't remember who it was, what network, what outlet, but I told him that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. If this guy don't play quarterback in the National Football League, it'll be a tragedy. And whether he went, I'm like, I don't care what y'all talking about. If he don't go in the first, second, or third one, that's cool. I said, whoever draft him in the 5th, 6th, 7th round, if that's what y'all think, gonna get a gem. And he'll eventually become one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. Because, you can look at some guys and, he's instinctive. He's gonna know how to maneuver the pocket and work it. Just gotta get with an offensive coordinator who can mold him. I think the best thing for Lamar was getting drafted to Baltimore. Marty Morningwig was there. He was a disciple of Andy Reid, West Coast system. So he got to learn protections.
Because wasn't Marty the OC when you were in
Marty was the OC when I was in
Okay, so it looks like he was happy with that that Lamar Jackson went to Baltimore. Now again, Greg Roman is going to limit how effective you can be throwing the ball. He's done it with every single quarterback he's had. So, that's just what it is. That's his scheme. That's his system.
Philly. Okay. Yep. And Andy was the overseer and so on and so forth. But he got the chance to get a great understanding of offenses.
Right.
So.
All right. So, guys, I honestly think that didn't really answer the question that the video told me it was going to answer, whether Michael Vick on if Lamar's a better running quarterback. But what I will say is that I do think that whenever we get rid of Greg Roman, whenever that day is, and guys, I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming of that day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm dreaming of that day. Whenever that day is, I do think that we'll see Lamar at his full potential. Similar to what Josh Allen runs, similar to what Pat Mahomes runs. Even, guys, if we had a similar offense to, let's say, the Cardinals, Lamar Jackson would be MVP candidate every single year. And he already is that, but it would be lights out. However, I don't know if, now again, does that equate to wins, right? That's the big question. I think it would, but that's the question that remains to be answered. So let me know what you guys thought about this. You tell me, who you think is a better running quarterback? Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson? I want to know who you think is a better quarterback overall. You guys let me know. Thank you guys so much for coming to the Raven space. Talk to you next time.